The key to a better body and mind is breathing. Somebody rightfully said, when you concentrate on your breathing, what you wish for, you conspire and aspire. But in today's modern times, where there's pollution and lifestyle issues, breathing is becoming a chore. Today, in Aware and Care, I, Madhvi Batula, along with our very own doctor in the house, Dr. Ambika Nair, who is the chief consultant of Santigram Group of Companies, will have a conversation about allergic bronchitis. We want to welcome Dr. Nair to Aware and Care. Namaskaram, doctor. How are you?
Namaskaram. I'm fine. How are you, Madhavi?
All very good, doctor. We are so delighted to have you back in the series of Aware and Care. So many emails, messages, and conversations happening after the show. And considering COVID 2019, everybody's so very edgy. Every time they sneeze or cough, they're not very sure what's happening. And a very interesting email that we received from one of our parents and one of our viewers. They said, we request you to have a topic of conversation on allergic bronchitis. Now, to get more details about it, let's start with the basic as to what is bronchitis.
Okay, it's a very nice topic you have given to me. Actually, especially the schools are getting open now.
Mm-hmm,
And yeah, I will, whatever I can part, I will be parting the knowledge. Okay, so it is a chronic disease, obstructive disease of the lungs, actually. You
mm-hmm,
know, and how the obstruction comes, that are the causes. So it is a respiratory tract disorder. Actually, we call it as upper respiratory tract disorder when the allergies comes. But
mm-hmm,
when it comes to the lungs, then it is a bronchitis. So it starts with like a allergic sinusitis and all, then the postnasal dripping, then naturally it will come to the lungs.
lungs. Okay.
That is like the trachea and the bronchioles. So
Mm-hmm,
when the bronchioles like get obstructed, there are reasons for that. It can be an inflammation. There can be a little bit of swelling inside, can be fever.
mm-hmm,
Okay, then they cannot breathe properly, or the throat it is actually totally blocked.
mm-hmm,
So then they call when they go to the doctor over here, they will they ask for the X-ray, all the blood work and all. Sometimes they will tell that, oh, you are allergic to this. So much of allergic test will be done to them. They will ask them to go for gluten free.
mm-hmm,
They will ask them to take a puff, or if it is very worse, then like a high temperature for a prolonged time,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
then they will ask like because there will be the X-ray report will not be that much great, so there can be some inflammation like markings and all.
mm-hmm.
So it shows that a chronic inflammation is there. So it's a very like a complicated cases. Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Nayad, this seems to be a very, very vast topic that we need to delve into. Our basic understanding about the symptoms that you're mentioning, how do you differentiate between whether it's acute or whether it's chronic? Any other
See,
symptoms to be added?
yeah, acute means first, maybe in his first lifetime he must have got the first attack.
Uh-huh.
See, it can be in mid of in a storm, or like in a painting area, whether
Mm-hmm,
he has gone.
mm-hmm,
Some days I have seen that like people will go for swimming, and the moment they come, they will get this like a problem.
mm-hmm,
And like after consuming sometime like a very cold coffee,
mm-hmm,
so that is actually first time, or got wet in the rain. So
mm-hmm.
these all are very very acute cases, actually first time, first
Okay.
instance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Chronic means that it can be any other disease related also. So he is actually genetically, or like he was a chronic case of bronchial asthma.
Okay.
There are so many types of asthmas, Madhavi. Actually, cardiac asthma is there.
Mm-hmm,
Even sleep apnea patients, because they wheeze a lot. So snoring is there. So like this is a big, actually vast subject, actually. So like a kidney patient, so they will always have like a breathlessness always. But every breathlessness is not an asthma, actually.
mm-hmm,
So it can be a cardiac asthma also. Okay. So like if it is a chronic, they know the time, little bit of like worries and all, it will aggravate.
mm-hmm,
And any other, sometimes just anxiety also creates all these panic attacks.
mm-hmm.
So asthma is also like a panic attack. They will get the like a acute, like a asthmatic attacks, actually. I have seen a lot of cases like that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in Aware and Care, we always talking about mind and body together. So mind plays a very important role. Most of these symptoms or the triggering factors always has been stress. Now, Dr. Nair, what is the time period for somebody to actually observe and start for medical attention or seek medical attention? Does these symptoms last for a week or longer, or should they start off early?
It's a very nice question. I will tell you, like because actually, see, children, very young children, like because they will tell they cannot, like especially school going children.
Mm-hmm.
He can see watch their physical activity. They will tell that because I cannot run. The teachers will complain. He is not taking part in the physical activities. Why? Because actually, it's a very good question you asked me. Because so many parents will come and tell that because I asked them, is he running? Is he participating in sports and all? They will tell before he used to, now he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they run, they get breathlessness.
Mm-hmm.
So they are afraid to run.
Mm-hmm.
And like so that is a very good thing, very good answer. Like they should actually observe the child,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and like when they sleep, they open the mouth and sleep. Even that can be with adenoid also, but
Uh-huh.
little heavy breathing will be there. Children, you cannot stop them by drinking cold water, or
Yeah.
especially this is summertime, so they like to take everything cold ice cream at night. These things, so
Mm-hmm.
parents will have to have a very good curb on these things actually.
And Dr. Nair, when talking about children also, because we all like to sanitize our house and we like to keep our home and places very clean. And in the current times during COVID 2019, we have started sanitizing our places more often. There are fumes that come out of these sanitizers or cleaning agents. These could also trigger, and parents or even adults may not understand that this could be one of the factors that they're coughing or wheezing.
I sincerely advise everybody use soap and water for everything, and
Hmm.
little bit of sanitization is okay. Otherwise, especially with the children and the elders who are staying in the house with asthma issues, they will have worse time with these things, because this is also one of the inducing factors,
Hmm.
one of the causative factors for this asthma.
And
Very bad asthma.
yes, and I think when we correlate the statement of your answer also with what's happening around, we often see more and more parents in support groups talking about till 2019 we were okay. Suddenly we are having a lot of breathing issues. So maybe they are not realizing that the cleaning agents or the sanitizers that they're using has aggravated an underlying condition. Would you like to add a little more on that?
Yeah, because actually these are allergens.
Uh-huh.
So these are the positive factors, because any strong smell also, because overuse of this alcohol also, like because alcohol is being used in the sanitizers.
Hmm.
So that also, like they will write, organics are there now with the, like Ayurvedic hand sanitizers are there, that they are better. But like a sanitizer is a sanitizer, but it sanitizes you, but it will give you a very big disease, that is a bronchial asthma. I should say that actually it is a very bad asthma. Overuse actually, everything in minimum it is better. But like always try to wash your hand with soap and water, and wash it properly. Then you don't need much sanitizers. You keep on washing your hands, nothing will happen, and you can apply little coconut oil than using any other moisturizers.
Hmm. So viral and bacterial infections cause bronchitis, and we are talking about allergic bronchitis in this particular episode of Aware and Care. We just touched based on sanitizers and cleaning agents. What about the air that we breathe? We often hear people saying, "Oh, I went to a different city and I was feeling better there," or "I went back to my home country and I was doing better or worse there." How much does air play a role, and do you think changing your city or your room makes a difference?
Madhavi, because even in see, we are in America now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
even because of the our air condition, that the ducts has to be cleaned periodically,
Mm-hmm.
because so many moths will be there. Okay, that is also one point. Other thing, because actually people once you, because it is very cold over here. We are in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and like when we go to India, it is according to the weather.
Okay.
Because some people will get all the skin rashes like eczema,
Mhm.
and some people will get all the cough and cold. Because they are so excited over there, they will indulge in such activities. That is
Mhm.
one of the reasons. Some days they may be consuming some very cold ice water or anything in the flight,
Mhm.
so or any other diet in the airports, whatever you get it. So they get the throat infection, like pharyngitis. So
Mhm.
naturally, when they ingest all those things, by the time they reach, they will be reaching to the hospital.
Right.
But like eczema patients, I have seen, like even asthma patients, they get a lot of diseases, like these things, like ill effects
Mhm.
of their traveling. Maybe their sleep is not good, so they get sick once they go. But nowadays, there are so many, because people come and ask me what I can carry
Mhm.
before going to India. So, we take care of them, we give them so that they will protect their throat and
Okay.
so that they don't get any for the immunity. So
Mhm.
we take care and they come back. And like 60% of the, maybe 40% of the medicines are only used. They
Okay.
come healthy.
So, Dr. Nair, we just say touch based on other aspects like, allergies due to chemicals or cleaning agents, or we have noticed and observed that when you change a city, you feel a little better or worse. Once you underline all these factors and notice your personal chart that what triggers allergic bronchitis, we come to Santigram group of companies. We reach out to you and try to understand a better treatment and natural herbal remedy for treatment. So, what is the process involved at the center?
Madhvi, like 3 weeks back,
Hmm.
there was a case actually. It was very interesting case. The son had bronchial asthma. I I like 99% that fellow was cured.
Hmm.
So now he is 18-year-old.
Okay.
So he came to me when he was around 11-year-old.
Hmm.
So we did treatment for like almost 1 year, I should say. Advised him the restricted diet, everything. Because of the COVID, he has a sister also. So
Hmm.
the parents bought one cat.
Okay.
So the pet control, my good God, this fellow started again all allergies.
Hmm.
All the symptoms came back. It's lot of like wheezing started.
Hmm.
They went to the ER. They came back. Then they called me because it was night. Then, she called me and she started crying.
Hmm.
I told, that what you have to do is that you have to go and, no, my daughter will not give it back. But, why I told this actually, like this situation,
Hmm.
because actually sometimes pets create, because that is, their body, even though we clean it properly, like it is like a fiber, you understand, no?
Yes. Okay.
So all this comes, like that a hair falling from them, which will really, so many cases comes to me like this.
So this becomes a very emotional turmoil for the family where one member of the family is fallen
Yeah.
sick because of, all these allergens and factors. And this, so is this curable?
It can be, like I told you, like 99% it can be covered. It all depends upon the cases. And in, like when they come, we will ask them first, do you have any pets? Then what diet they take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, coming to the treatment pattern. So we will tell. So we will see the constitution and we'll see that whether it is a kapha person, whether it is a pitta person,
Mm-hmm.
whether any deep inflammation is there, whether he was taking, how it aggravated, whether of any other usage of any other medication, whether
Mm-hmm.
it is vata prakopana. Okay, so this is all the like srotas openings are closed, so that's where the obstruction comes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to see whether it is pitta, vata, kapha. So accordingly, we will tell. But this is 90%, like kapha prakopana and vata prakopana.
Mm-hmm.
If it is pneumonia only, like a very deep-seated inflammation only, it is like a more like a fire. Like
Okay.
that is the inflammation, that is the pitta. So no milk and milk products, first of all, we'll stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't even have my ice cream. The first question will come.
Okay.
Okay. So if it is vegetarian, non-vegetarian, we'll stop it. Then no, like mucus creating things. That is the
Uh-huh.
kapha.
Uh-huh.
Banana, uh, like a banana, all type of banana will stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Grapes, sweets, all artificial flavored food, then deep fried food, deep frozen foods.
So many
These all we
factors.
will stop them. Actually, see, sometimes they will ask what we will eat. Defrozen means we'll ask them. Otherwise, keep it outside for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can use it, because actually working people, especially in the IT group and these doctors and all, they will ask me what I will, how we will survive.
Right.
And like then nothing cold. This is what I write.
Uh-huh.
Okay, nothing cold, and no raw vegetables or any fruits for a few days. till they become all right.
Okay.
Okay. Then only cooked food. And some cases we advise them to take little buttermilk if the weather is very good.
Okay.
And vata, because again dryness, that you know that how the breathing comes, like a mahashasa, like a very heavy breathing will be there,
Mhm.
and that is like heavy breathing. Urdhva means, like again long breathing. So there are
Mhm.
so many types of this asthma actually. Okay. And some are interrupted like china.
Mhm.
Okay. So then how you will take care. Okay. That is one of the things. And
That's interesting. So this is a very small price to pay by avoiding certain foods until the treatment is over.
yes,
I think we can
yes.
all start back on those foods once the treatment finishes. So Dr. Nair, when you talk about avoiding certain foods, and I know it's a little extra work for the family members, we also need to know whether allergic bronchitis is contagious or not.
Actually, if it is a cold, it will be contagious. Bronchitis is not that contagious, actually.
Can you
Okay.
can you please elaborate a little more when you said if it is a
Yeah,
cold?
because if it is like, like cold, flu,
Okay.
it will be more contagious. The droplets of infection will be there.
Uh-huh.
And when you sneeze, all this thing can happen. But
Okay.
asthma, I never saw it is contagious. Actually, it never spread.
Mhm.
It is not anything like that because actually it is inside. So
Mhm.
many parents, whole night they sit with the child with the nebulization.
Oh, okay.
And we get very worst cases, Madhavi, and we do the Panchakarma treatment also.
Uh-huh.
So Panchakarma treatment, like see when everything is blocked, how we do it. Okay, so Urovasti is there. We make a special bund on the chest, and we'll be pouring special oil over there, and even on their left side, the back also we have to do that, so that it will ease their respiration. Actually, they'll be
Mhm.
able to breathe better.
Mhm.
Then Nasyam treatments are there according to the diseases,
Mhm.
according to the constitution, what type of medicine we have to use.
Right.
Then, if it is like related with the kapha more, then we have to give them even vasti, yoga vasti is given, and food has to be given, herbs has to be given, what care they should take, which because we can only tell without their help, we won't be able to treat anybody. So that is also more important. And getting wet in the rain, whether
Uh-huh.
it is humid asthma, but so many types are there. So which place they are going, where
Mhm.
they stay, this all makes a lot of changes.
So at Santigram Group of Companies, when a patient comes with allergic bronchitis, do they have to come daily for the treatment, or how is the course charted for them?
Daily it will be like a maximum maybe like a 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If it is very, see, they will not be having only asthma. Some children we give only like 1 week. Then
Mm-hmm.
after 3 months we tell them to come. If needed, we will give. But with some cases we do like 2 weeks. Some people with 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and like other connected diseases also will be there. So it is all accordingly. But for these things, then they take care a lot. Then what they can do, we will give them also.
Okay. You just mentioned connected diseases. In fact, that was my next question to ask that are there any underlying health conditions that trigger allergic bronchitis? Or the second part of the question would be, can allergic bronchitis lead to other diseases?
Allergic bronchitis can lead to other diseases also. If
Okay.
the wheezing is too much, they won't be able to concentrate on their work. They
Mm-hmm.
get tired mentally, focus issues will be there, lack of oxygen. So they will be on oxygen therapy, that is the nebulization.
Mm-hmm.
Puff will be there. They can't eat properly. So they get tired very fast. So that will lead to, they get irritated very fast and depressed. This I have seen. They get angry very fast because they know their mind works. They want to do the things, but they cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when they cannot do it, that is a depression. Then they throw the tantrums.
Wow. So there seems to be a stream of connection to everything that we've been talking about in the last couple of weeks on Aware and Care. We spoke about moods, spoke about depression, spoke about autism, we spoke about allergies, eczema, and today we are speaking of allergic bronchitis. And the symptoms that you mentioned is also correlated. Somebody is losing weight because they're not eating. Why they are not eating, it could all be connected also to allergic bronchitis. So as members of the family or as adults, if you see these things are happening, the best approach is to approach your doctor immediately and seek advice. Now, Dr. Nair, we always focus also on children because they are the they are the age group that do not express too much in today's times. During the treatment, physical activities, how much would you recommend them? Because as students, they have to go through all types of activities in the week.
Physical activity, only breathing exercises we tell them to do at that time.
Hmm.
And we teach them also like a therapeutic yoga, so which will help them to take care of them.
So, what
Yeah.
about like sports, active sports like soccer,
Act,
basketball, or
yeah,
trekking?
basketball, and like if they have like a very bad breathing, issues, they will not, because it can lead to, like sometimes very fatal it can be. So we don't want them to lose their lives.
Mhm.
So, but they
So,
use, but people will go, they will go. But children, like after a few days, they will go for their all activities actually.
so this is
Yeah.
just a prevention and a precaution for just a couple of weeks. After
Yeah.
that, they can always come
Couple
back to
of
their.
days. They feel much better with that actually. And very nice medicines are also there, herbal decoctions are there, tablets are there. So this will
Mhm.
help him to enhance their, like breathing better, and they can come back in the normal life. Then we make them understand, Madhavi, that is more important. Why
Mhm.
you why you have fallen sick,
Okay.
where you went wrong, that correction. So
Mhm.
we advise them not to take, diet is more important. So having their food, very heavy food, like a very dry food, very
Mhm.
heavy food. So these things we tell them not to take like that. Okay.
Mhm.
So like you're having dinner, like when you go for the party and all, like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. and all, you have your dinner. And the moment you come and sleep, you get a very bad breathing issue. So we tell them, have the dinner, and the sleep has to be at least after 1.5 hours.
Mhm.
Give little space for that stomach also, so that it will not create any issues for you. Whatever you eat, that's what in Ayurveda what we say, always the slogan. What you eat, it should be a medicine for you. So
Right.
your diet should be the medicine which make you and keep you healthy always.
Time is not a constraint when it comes to your health. And as adults, many a time, the symptoms which Dr. Nair was just mentioning about allergic bronchitis, many of us tend to run to the OTC medicines. We just take them and feel that, okay, cough syrups would suppress this particular symptoms for some time. What is your opinion and suggestions about cough syrups that people use for allergic bronchitis?
People come, like because they are using all these cups of OTC medicines, like on the counter, they buy so many things for the allergies, Claritin. There are so many other medications, which suppress us actually.
Hmm.
So then, then it will become like a skin issue. Then they start getting itchy.
Hmm.
Then, like when they cannot control only, they will come at the last only to the Ayurveda. They will think that because, oh, I was using it for 15 years. Now only I thought I will come to you. I should come to you. It will. Another question they will come and ask. Oh, it will take out everything outside. It's not like that actually.
Yeah. So,
People, oh, then I will be very sick. I won't be able to go to the office. I won't be able to do any work. It's never like that actually. You feel much better when your toxins, which is creating all these diseases in the body, is being like thrown out from the body. That is called, that's what we do panchakarma. So
okay.
the toxins are thrown out means you are a new person. You will see that how like happy you look without disease.
Hmm.
People opt for the panchakarma these days, and
Hmm.
especially during the fall is coming now. Like they will
Yes.
come. Doctor, I want to come and do for like 1 week Dasya and panchakarma.
Hmm.
We give them.
That's right. You were mentioning about toxins and the entire process over the years is once you try OTCs, your body is built up with all those toxins and you have to release them and then start the treatment. And I do see many a time, in the comments also people mentioning that, oh, Ayurvedic form of treatment is such a slow process. What do you have to say to those people who put those kind of thoughts?
This is actually, oh, it will take time. No, that's what they asked me.
Yes.
See, it took so much for time for them to come to me.
Right.
Okay, and like even especially with all the chronic ailments when they come,
Hmm.
it will not take like it will like 6 months or 1 year. You have to give me at least 1 to 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't think that is too much. Too much time I ask for that.
So, as in the conversations that we are having in Aware and Care, many a times we have touched base on this, and we would like to reiterate the fact that when you approach your doctor, it's mostly at the time when you feel that it is completely out of your control. You have tried everything that you wanted to, and it is a doctor's job there, along with you, to see that first they cleanse your body to start the treatment by itself in the process. And a time definitely you have to take out for yourself. Dr. Nair, what about fluid intake? We hear so many myths about, take too many fluids or don't take too many fluids for allergic bronchitis. Your say
No,
about
no, no,
that.
no. If it is like a, see, like wheezing, we always say the mouth will become dry because everything is blocked.
Hmm.
So there will be very dryness in the mouth, and we ask them to take like a warm water,
Hmm.
okay, and even decoctions you can make at your own at home also. Tulsi is there, turmeric is there, black pepper is there, and our special jaggery is there, our good.
Hmm.
So salt is there, dry ginger, and these all like tej pata, bay leaves. So these
Okay.
all you can pound it, and you can make little water, and you can keep on drinking it. So
Like infused
you're
water. So.
like, yeah, keep on drinking. Like water should be taken actually, otherwise you will feel very tired.
Hmm.
Okay. Some people will tell that, of course, if you like other like other diseases are there,
Hmm.
then like unless you don't have a kidney issue,
Hmm.
water is always given to the patient.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what
no.
about the different types of oils that we use? Anything which could trigger, or do you think they should avoid certain kinds of oil, sunflower oil, peanut oil?
No, no. So, they can use coconut oil. Okay, that is very safe.
Uh-huh.
Some people will, like with allergy to the sunflower oil, even peanut oil, they should not use it actually. But
Okay.
I have seen Madhavi after the nasal therapy treatment, the detoxification, they started using everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they will come, oh, I cannot use this, I cannot use that. Actually, I have a lot of cases like that. I
Uh-huh.
tell them, okay, after some time, try to use little bit. If any allergy, let me know. No, I
Hmm.
started using it and now I'm feeling much better. So
Okay.
this is what they tell. And not only that, when you eat something, you know that whether it is getting digested or not,
Right.
how the toxins are being made,
Uh-huh.
how you get everything stuck in that, because that is kapha vata, because it's not coming out. Then we do the Virechanas. Even if it is kapha related, we give the Snehapanam, like a medicated ghee preparations are given, like in the uh, empty stomach in the morning, and either they will vomit out, or they will, little go through the poop. Okay, so that's always there.
That's always there. Dr. Nair, allergic bronchitis. When I started this conversation, I wasn't even sure that where it would lead to, but it seems like it has scratched and covered the entire globe of issues in this particular conversation. Now, when you talk about global issues and other aspects, do you recommend people to change cities and check how the air feels and do they feel better?
Actually, people who stays in New York, like our tri-state, they always tell that, oh, we are always living with the kapha.
Uh-huh.
Like there are so many people who are moved from here.
Hmm.
They are going to, like Seattle, LA. But LA also so much because of the dust is there. Here more winter and rain, but there, they get a lot of allergy.
Hmm.
Okay, so then they will tell that you send me some this medication because I have breathing issue. So it's not like that. I have
So
seen that
the
because
medication would also change, right? Once you change the
the
city, will the
medication
medication?
will change. Medication
Yes. Okay.
changes a lot. And like overuse of black gram, that
Uh-huh.
is seen in our South Indians.
Okay.
Or idli dosa. Oh, I can't eat my idli dosa. And like overuse of shellfish,
Uh-huh.
overuse of like dairy products. These all we tell them not to continuously use it. See, anything in a limit, it is fine,
Hmm.
but it's not like that. Okay.
So we touched based on a very important conversation part here that where I asked a question that changing a city, will it help or does it, give other factors? Yes, people do sometimes pick lots of medicines and say, you know what, Dr. Nair, I cannot come back to the clinic for next 1 month. I want to take lots of medicines and go. They suddenly realize that when they move the city, they start feeling better and they don't use the medicines. So they come back to you and say, oh, these medicines were of no use to me because I started feeling better there before taking the medicines. So what is your message to those patients?
No, first of all, I don't give like that so many medications.
Uh-huh.
So I will tell them that it is for the allergy and you can use it. And like because when you treat a chronic case, Madhavi, we will see that what has to be taken as for like supporting their immunity system.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be given. That will be given for like 3 months. Then the
Mm-hmm.
other thing will be like on a SOS, only on need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But some people will come and like I did not use this because I did not feel like using it. That
Mm-hmm.
we will tell that because we cannot use it because I cannot give to anybody. Okay, that is
Absolutely.
there. Yeah.
So we get all kinds of questions, and all kinds of questions Dr. Ambika Nair very patiently answers in Aware and Care. And today we were talking about allergic bronchitis. As we are winding up the show, we definitely want to touch base on two very important questions. One would be, which we answered a couple of times earlier, but for our new viewers, the question about insurance, Dr. Ambika Nair. What would you want to say to the viewers?
Insurance actually, unfortunately, they are not giving us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but like a health saving account, flexible accounts and all, because they are getting it reimbursed.
Mm-hmm.
Some insurances are giving, but I cannot say that they will give because we tried a lot. We lost so much of money in that, and now I don't want to get into such things because there are so many reasons for that. I don't want to explain everything now.
Okay.
But let's just say, but anything, it's not a must that whichever way I can help, I always help everybody.
Yes, the Santigram group of companies, entire team, and the doctor here are there to help you. And it is a very small price to pay compared to all the sufferings that a body has to go through in the current changing times. And when it comes to virtual consultation, what is the timings, or how are the consultations happening in 2020 because of COVID?
Actually, if you are having a cold report, actually, if it is showing negative,
Mm-hmm,
then I am seeing them in person.
mm-hmm.
Otherwise, virtual consultations, from all over the world are coming. So they can call 732-915-8814.
Okay,
Okay, so 732-915-8814. So they can take like a consultation on Zoom. So we take care of that actually.
okay.
So in that also diet is given, medicines are given sometimes, like, but so many anxiety patients, like panic. This is not only with asthma. Asthma, oh, he was perfectly all right yesterday. He got up from the sleep 3 a.m. He can't sleep. So this is
Mm-hmm,
all, In that conditions, what, at least you give them warm water, give them a
uh-huh.
steam inhalation.
Okay,
Okay. If you have any, not coconut oil, like a camphor related oil, okay. Okay. Then you can apply on the chest and everything and pat on the back so that they will cough out the mucus.
okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Nair, thank you so much for all the information that you've given us. Now, for people who are feeling fine, are there any home remedies that they should start using to avoid allergic bronchitis?
Yeah, they can take, like one teaspoon of turmeric can be used for taking steam.
Uh-huh.
Boil it and take the steam every day, morning and evening. And turmeric can be ingested also that you can drink turmeric water with lukewarm water with little bit of honey. And some people are allergic to honey also, so be careful while taking it. And pinch of black pepper, and this can be taken, so that will help a lot. Take
Thank you
steam
so much,
actually, that is, and do little pranayama, at least
Pranay.
anilom vilom.
Hmm.
So don't be lazy by thinking that because this is one of the best times you got got during COVID to relax. Too much relaxation can cause the diseases.
Okay,
And
really needs to be
overeating.
applied.
Avoid overeating. Please
Mhm.
avoid overeating.
Okay,
People have put a lot of weight during this COVID season.
yes. So that is our holistic physician, Dr. Ambika Nair from Santigram Group of Companies. Today we touched base on the topic allergic bronchitis. So if there's any condition or a disease that you want Dr. Nair to touch base on, please feel free to reach us, and you can put it in the comment section or send an email to Santigram Group of Companies. We want to thank Dr. Ambika Nair and her entire team to make this show possible. Thank you so much, Dr. Nair.
Thanks a lot, Madhavi.